All right, this is the video for the warm-up, emphasis on the lower body. First thing you're gonna do here is just jog about 25 yards. I did not include a video because it is simple as that. You are just jogging back and forth and getting your heart rate up about 25 yards or so. All right, after you do a little jog, second thing we're gonna do here is quad and reach. So as you see here, I'm just grabbing the top of my foot. I'm gonna do 1 foot at a time, going up on my toe, pulling my foot and reaching up. It's gonna stretch the front of my leg here. This is quad and reach. We're gonna go about 3 on each leg. Breathing through this and stretching out that quad. Next thing we have here is hamstring scoop. So 1 leg at a time, same thing. I'm gonna pull my toe to my knee, keep my leg straight, and keep my back relatively flat. I'm just scooping and stretching the back of my leg here, and we're gonna go about 3 on each side. You can do more if you need to, just depends on how tight your hamstrings are. Next thing we have here is knee to chest in the cradle. So 1 leg at a time. I am pulling my knee straight up to my chest, and then I'm going into cradle. So that is putting 1 hand behind my knee and one hand under my foot, just pulling my shin bone up to my chest. I'm gonna go back and forth, left, right, and I'm gonna do about 3 of these on each leg of both knee to chest and leg cradle. Next thing we have here is forward lunge and open up. So I'm going into a big forward lunge here, letting that back knee drop, pushing my hips forward, keeping my chest tall with good posture, and stretching out my hip flexor a little bit. Then I'm going to drop down, get as low down to the ground as I can, and open up to that front leg. Following my hands with my eyes, opening all the way up, and then I rock back, keep my legs straight, and sit back onto that back leg, pull my toe to my knee, and I'm going to get a little hamstring stretch out of this. And I'm going to do about 2 on each leg. Next thing we have here is inchworms. So I'm going to start off in this high plank push-up position. First thing I'm going to do is drop down my heels and keep my legs straight. So I'm going to do 1 foot at a time, drop my heels and get a little calf stretch. Following that, I'm going to walk my feet up and get my feet as close as I can to my hands, stretch out my hamstrings. Sit there for a second or 2 and then walk my hands down and drop my hips down to the ground, bring my chest all the way up and stretch out my core. Do about 3 of these. All right, next thing we have here is leg throwovers. We're gonna do this first on our back. So I'm just keeping my legs straight and throwing it over my body. Big thing here, you just wanna try to keep your shoulders down when you do this and breathe through it. So I'm gonna do 2 on each leg here on my back. Following this, I'm gonna roll over onto my stomach, and same concept. I'm gonna try to keep my stomach flat on the ground there and throw my legs over my body and stretch out my low back a little bit. Same thing with this, we're gonna go 2 on each leg. Next thing we have here is ankle circles. So pretty simple. I'm just making as big as circles as I can with my, so I'm making big toe, making biggest circles as I can with my big toe, rotating my ankle back and forth. I'm gonna do this clockwise, counterclockwise, just going about 3 circles and then switching legs. Same thing on the other foot, biggest circles as I can with my ankles there. Next thing we have here is 90-90s into pigeon. So I have both my knees at 90 degrees and my hips at 90 degrees, so everything's at 90 degrees, and I'm gonna bring my chest all the way down to my knee there. Feel that stretch deep in my hip, and I'm just gonna rock back and forth, right? So picking up my knees, keeping in that 90-90 position, and going back and forth, left, right, bringing my chest down to my knees and breathing into it. I'm gonna do about 3 of these on each side. Right now I have my hands together next to my chest. That's probably the hardest way to do it. If you can't do that due to your flexibility, you can put your hands down like I did just there, and it may be a little bit easier to rock back and forth. And last thing we're gonna do here to warm up for leg day is lunge complex. We're just gonna do 3 lunges on each leg, going forward, reverse, and to the side. So I'm gonna do 3 lunges going forward each leg, and then here we go, 3 lunges in the reverse direction each leg. And then we're gonna do 3 side lunges on each leg, going to the side. It's pretty simple stuff, just slow and controlled, good range of motion. And that should be about it to finish up your warm up for your lower body day. Should be ready to jump right into it.